Jeff, it's Pete.
What's up, dude?
Who do I talk to?
Apparently there's not too much to be done. I mean, I'm going back on Thursday. It's Chris's decision. I don't really understand it. But maybe I'm just so fucking stupid, which is why I'm being pulled out anyway. You know, maybe I'm so clearly unable to read the situation that's why I'm being pulled out. But I just don't understand.
I really think that all decisions should be made with the best interest of the film in mind. And I didn't feel like that decision of sending Balis back home helped me. It hurt me.
I'm like, so what does Miramax think? Michelle C's like, we're very pleased. And I feel like the movie's doing well and the studio's happy. I feel like the actors are good. I think that they're pretty happy. I think that the dailies look good. I feel like we're on schedule, despite the fact that this is a 35-day movie being shot in 25 days with the worst weather. Historically, this is the worst weather they've had, and you know, as we shoot all of our exterior shit with kids. I just don't understand. Is basically what it comes down to. The only word that I really have that describes it is betrayed.
Project Greenlight launched a competition for amateur filmmakers. After a lengthy selection process, Pete Jones, a struggling writer from Chicago, was chosen as the winner and given the chance to fulfill his dreams, directing a feature film based on his script. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, and Chris Moore are producing it. Miramax Films has put up a $1 million budget and will release it in theaters. Now, Pete must direct his movie. This is Project Greenlight.
Looking for Chris. Really? Yeah, make it the utmost priority that he called me, okay? Balis has been probably the closest guy to me since I won this. He has helped me more with the script and the creative part of it. To lose him doesn't make sense because he means too much to me making this movie.
You hear anything about this with Balis? What? That Chris Moore sending him home? No. Yeah. Balis just told me that he's making like home on Thursday.
Wow. Really? Well, that's too bad. That's too bad. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
I know. I'm shocked. I'm right. I'm sorry that, whoa. I was just curious if he knew anything about it.
Did he just tell you this?
Yep. I just called Chris Moore, and he's in a meeting, and he's not taking my call.
Well, my suggestion is that we have, a couple weeks to go.
Right.
A lot to do.
Right.
And just be cool.
I can't.
You'll have to deal with this personally with him. You know what I'm saying?
It's not in my system to deal with him.
But you've got to keep your shit together.
He's a producer on my movie.
Well,
that's what I'm curious about. Is it Chris Moore's movie?
I think you need to think about that. Because, you know something? Pete, you got to focus on directing the movie, man. You do. You do. You do. You can be upset about it, but that's not going to change what you have to do tomorrow or the rest of the movie.
It's just weird to me. It's just really weird. It's really, really strange.
Chris Moore put Jeff on the movie as he was his creative exec to begin with, and that's who he is in this dynamic. And what's happening is that Chris is making the determination he needs to bring him back for whatever reason.
I guess I'm looking for advice from you, but
I'm not telling you not to go and stick up for Jeff. Maybe that's what you want to do, and you should. But I don't think you should go to the mat type of thing. Jeff's a big guy. It's a learning experience. And I'm just saying, I don't want you to further complicate the issue for yourself. I mean,
I can always go back to insurance.
If I believe someone's intentions are malicious, or if I feel that someone's been insensitive to something, that angers me.
I don't understand how Chris could do something like that right before the biggest action scene in the movie. You know, hate to bring it back to my level when Jeff's the one that's hurting, but it affects the whole movie.
I'm concerned about the day tomorrow. I'll make sure it happens. You know, I don't think it'd be good to have that stuff out on the set. Keep it to ourselves. Are you gonna be okay?
Yeah.
All right. You should go to sleep.
I'm still perturbed.
Well,
And Chris knows I'm perturbed, and Chris knows that when I get perturbed, I need to talk to him.
So now he's saying he's turning off his phone because he's tired?
He said, tell Pete I'm turning off my phone, and we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Oh, fuck. All right. Well,
Well, I guess I'm the disingenuous, ungrateful first Project Greenlight winner, and the other Project Greenlight winners should learn from my mistakes that you're supposed to take it in the ass and like it. Thank you.
all right. Good night. I'll see you in the morning, 6:10. All right?
All right, so you and I are going to go together?
Yeah.
6:10.
I'll get a Balis and we'll go.
What?
I'll get him up and we'll go.
Okay.
I'll see you.
Later. I sent an email to Chris that night and just said that I disagree with you here. I just felt like they were messing with me before the night of the fire, which was the most anxious I have been.
I got a picture truck pulling in. Fire truck left his lights on. Mr. Fire Dude.
Day 14 is the fire. It begins Joe O'Malley's story in comparison and contrast to the rabbi's story.
We found this house from a list from the city of Chicago of houses that were slated for demolition. And then the art crew, you know, they work their magic. It's hard to walk up to somebody's house, knock on the door and say, excuse me, do you mind if we do, you know, a burn sequence on your house? We're not going to burn anything, except there might be charring on the inside, charring on the outside.
Oh, careful.
We pulled it all together in about 36 hours, which was pretty amazing.
By the way, I called off art department on the second floor.
Do you want me to? No, but do you want the top window painted? I'll go up and paint it right now.
No.
Will you see it?
No.
Are you sure you won't see it?
I don't think.
Is this a Piaggio you won't see it? And then you do see it? Or
No, I told him he fucking won't see it.
There's a window on the second story, so I'm gonna have it painted.
We were told we're only going to see the front of the house. You sure? What about the side? No, only the front. That's Biagio. Just going to see the front of the house. We get there, we're going to see the side of the house.
He said there's a chance we're gonna see it.
He can go fuck himself, but go ahead.
He can go fuck himself.
Look at this guy, he's ready.
I know, look at it, he's excited about it.
You know what? I don't want to go all the way up there. I don't want to spill paint on the side, you know, and create a bigger problem.
All right, can we paint him right now?
I'll
we got
see.
time.
All right.
Let me make that. I'll do that. I'll do that.
No, that's my job because I told him not to.
Okay. Very good. Sorry about that.
Where's art department? You guys, I hate to fuck you, but on that shot, there's such movement that we could see it more than I thought.
Available PA, can we get the extension ladder from the grips?
It was a scramble for all of us. It was kind of like, you know, frustration, but it's like, okay, we can do this.
It just gets frustrating. If they would just think out their shots a little more and tell us more ahead of time, we wouldn't have to scramble so much when we get on set.
That would be you and me on that one.
Really?
Yeah, when we first discussed this thing, you and I specifically said we would try and stay as tight as we could on the house and not be as worried about the surroundings.
I can understand the art department's frustration sometimes, but you gotta put a ladder up beside a house and you gotta paint some windowsills, you know?
What time is it? Ooh, there's a note for the production report.
I've been sitting in my trailer for an hour. On this type of budget, that shouldn't be happening.
I want to rehearse one in 15 minutes. So that means I'll need to rehearse it. Kevin, Aiden, all the firemen, all the everyone in 15 minutes.
My job, departmentally, is to make sure that each person has a clear understanding of what we're shooting, when we're shooting, and why we're shooting it that way.
If I could have everybody in their first positions, please. Frank, why didn't I get a bullhorn?
Who's got a 20 on Peter Biaggi? I'm constantly pushing the director of photography and the director. I need the shot list. I need to know how you're planning on doing this.
We need some shot at following him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because this is his fire and stuff like that. That's why.
Can we follow him from the control center?
Yeah, we want to get into them. We want to get into the rabbi.
Correct.
We want to get into even Mrs. Jacobson a little bit.
We don't have this specific shot list.
Left of frame.
One of the things that I stressed in pre-production over and over again was the need for a shot list to expedite the workings on the set. But what happened on Zone Summer was that just kind of didn't happen.
Action's pretty fun.
Huh?
I said action's pretty fun. You can feel the adrenaline.
Yeah.
As opposed to, okay, let's go do another dialogue scene.
Still feel like killing your DP, but
yeah,
in a good way.
You have to get there the day of and see what's happening and then see what the emotional content is and stuff like that. All you can do is guess before that.
I personally was very frustrated because Biaggi didn't show up the day before when we were scouting it.
I think this has to be the last time that we come up with shots in the morning.
Right.
I mean, there's just, especially on a day like this when there's, you know, 120 people here that are just sort of like, okay, what do we do?
I tried to go to a location scout. They wanted to go scout it after a big night, and I was down in the weather.
If you can't make it there, I mean, you gotta see the house.
Biaggi doesn't ever go see the house, agrees to come an hour earlier, basically shows up at call time, the day of the fire.
I just don't think we can do this stuff in the morning and lose an hour, like, you know, all the time.
Okay, so apology accepted?
My apology, yeah.
No, my apology.
Okay. Yeah, but and let's, you know, in the future we'll do it, and let's fucking burn the house down and get some, and you know, get some good shit.
Yep.
I'd like to try rehearsal in a half hour.
Let's do one now.
You want to do one right now?
We could.
Our first shot today is handheld inside the car with you. I have not directed a lot of action. You know, I've been anxious about this since I won the contest.
We got a big special effect. You have to prepare, you have to stay calm, you have to think clearly, because if you don't, somebody could get hurt.
What I want is a group gathered here, a few gathered here. Some people kind of, you know,
Walking in, yeah.
We had lots of extras, just a lot of people to keep eyes on.
You can't speak. You have to look like you're speaking, but you can't actually speak. Now, one of the phenomena that happens with that is a lot of people start to do a lot of this. Okay, we have a very agreeable fire happening. We don't want that, okay?
Clear for the rehearsal, please. Guy Clayton, flame it up. Okay, back round. Action. Who's cut? Guy, cut, hands cut.
It's planned small to me. It's planned like the. It looks like the flame bars at the Jacobson's house in front are lit.
That was great. We're gonna do it exactly the same. Next up, we're gonna rehearse and end picture.
It's Chris Moore's assistant. He's got Chris.
Hello.
Pat, how are you?
Okay.
So, I'm sure you've heard
by now this sort of drama that's happening.
Yes, I have.
How do you feel about it?
Well, I'm sorry to hear about it. I'm really sorry that it's gone down that way. Jeff and I really had a fabulous week of working together, and I was enjoying it.
All right, but Pat, you gotta understand that.
The only reason it's Jeff is because I can't bring you or Pete home.
Please, if there's something you see there's a huge problem, I'm there to fix it. I'm there to get on it.
I'm very upset about the communication between me and the movie.
That was the only reason I had Jeff out there, and if he's not doing it,
You've also come to me and said,
you know, if Jeff wasn't there, you would do it more.
The dynamic that had been set up was you communicate with him, and I have no problem with that.
And you feel everything's going fine.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. I've seen it so much worse, Chris.
Our goal isn't to not be the worst movie that you've ever seen.
That's right. I said I've seen it so much worse. This is going really well.
Well, obviously the thing that I see is there's no communication with me.
I welcome that communication, believe me. Whether it's just information or not, I can do that with you every single day. I don't have a problem. I'd love to.
Well, you're gonna have to now.
Absolutely. Pete Jones just came up and says he has 2 minutes and he'd like to talk to you before that. And then you can finish with me. Is that okay?
Okay.
Hey, Chris. Balis has been an incredible support to me. You know, I know that you view things obviously different but differently from your.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, Pete,
Balis is getting taken out because of you, Pete.
you know, if you think it's bullshit, you can think it's bullshit, as you write in your email. But I will certainly sit here and defend my opinion, which is that from where
I'm sitting, we're getting behind. And the days coming up aren't any easier.
we probably need some more money. You're shooting a lot more film. Performances with the kids aren't working well. The beat.
Still isn't planned out in a way that the mothers are happy.
Rehearsal's up. We are starting this shot from the point where the rabbi's car has already pulled up.
Maybe I'm overreacting a little bit. Maybe.
Jeff is taking a bullet that doesn't need to be a bullet. It could just have been sort of a smack to the back.
Where? Action.
I think that the dynamic between you and Jeff and Pat doesn't work.
I think, A, it takes time away from making decisions, and you yourself have
told me that.
Chris, cut it. Cut the rehearsal.
I feel that at least nobody's communicating with
with me. So if Jeff's not there, somebody will have to communicate with me.
And on that side, I have nothing to say. I can just tell you that things were good, and I think they are now really good.
I think that the situation right now is something
that you're going to need a lot of
Pete Jones, I'm sorry, I need you. Can you come to set?
But what I'm talking about is.
I want you to be focused on the right thing.
Right. Bruce, okay. Chris, I've got the scene about to be shot.
Okay.
Can I talk to Pat again?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
No problem, Pete. I hear you.
What do you want me to do? What would you like me to do? What do you need me to do?
All right, how we doing? Let's go, Bruce. Yeah, thank you.
I'm really sorry that you have not been taken care of here. I appreciate your entire approach to
Making things right, and I want to make it
as good as we can, and I have no intention other than delivering the entire movie.
We'll get it better. Let me talk to Michelle. I'll call you guys back.
Please do. Bye.
Okay, then, ladies and gentlemen, this will be picture. We are not going to rehearse it. We will be shooting it.
It's all about getting that boy out. Yeah. And that's our focus.
My son! My son is in there!
Where is he? Where's he at?
Upstairs in the back!
In the back?
In the back! Come on, Joe.
All right.
Cut! On this one, if we can get just a little bit further back to give a little space so I can get more of Aiden's face so we know it's Aiden that's talking to him.
Okay.
We're going to move to a wider lens so we get a better shot of you coming in. I got a sliver of you on that.
That's why a lot of times we do a rehearsal so we know exactly what we're doing.
Right.
But,
well, then we'll just shoot a rehearsal.
Michelle, how are you? So I'm calling to talk to you about I'm thinking about taking Jeff out of Chicago. Do you feel that you guys are getting enough information out of Chicago that you know what's going on?
Clear frame, pictures up.
Bigger, 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 bigger. Is that how big the fire's going to be, Pete? Is it supposed to be maximum, right?
Yeah, we're at maximum.
Rolling now!
Big fire! Big fire!
I don't trust Pat Peach's creative, ideas at all. And I do think Pete, to some extent, needs somebody to talk to about it, and he needs to talk. And him having a conversation with Pat is a disaster, in my opinion.
I like it. That's good.
More smoke! Action! He's gonna be all right. He's okay? He's gonna be all right? Cut!
All right, thanks for your time, Michelle. All right, bye.
That looked great! That looked great!
I was insecure, maybe anxious about how I would be able to, work on a day like that with a lot of things happening. But I think I handled it pretty well.
What movie? What did you say?
Did he ask you about the dynamics? I think
Yes.
he's cost us quite a bit with this little shenanigan.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you want to talk about bottom line and good producing, this kind of horseshit, having all of people up and dealing with this kind of bullshit, I don't understand where he's coming from. I have a magic 8-ball on my desk to try to figure things out.
I think that Chris has a hard time with not being involved in a movie that he's involved in. You know what I mean? He wants to be here.
And there he is.
Good luck.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you?
All right. Hanging in there, burning the house down.
Yeah, how's it going?
I think it's going pretty well. He looks pretty good. It's not, it's not the most grandest of fires, but I mean,
We wanted backdraft.
I was pushing for it. I wanted to blow the whole place up, but they told me we couldn't do it.
How you feeling about our talk last night?
I don't know. I mean, I have a much better understanding of what you're looking for, and I feel like I would be able to provide that in terms of the information and decision making as much, to the extent that it's possible.
All right, well, Jeff, I just got off on a long conversation with Michelle, and Miramax would feel much more comfortable if you were allowed to stay there. So I don't know
if you're paying her money or what. And,
I did wake up this morning thinking, God, if Jeff's not there, who the hell is going to tell me what's going on?
And you owe Jenna one. Because Jenna certainly argued for me to give you a second chance.
And this is what my wife had said to me last night is, Jeff probably had no idea how pissed off you were at him. And then all of a sudden, you're giving him the ultimate punishment. He said at a certain point, you owe it to Jeff to, tell him how pissed off you are, tell him he's got one more shot at it, and next time there won't be any of the drama. It'll just be, here's your plane ticket. I'll see you in a couple days.
It would have hurt the movie to not have Jeff stay. Creatively, I think Pete consults with Jeff the most, and I definitely thought it was better to have Jeff here than for him not to be here. So I recommended to Chris that Jeff should be able to stay.
But I'm dead serious, Jeff, that I'm
very let down by the communication with me.
Well, can we open up a line of where at least every day we'll have a conversation?
You should definitely, like military precision, call me at lunchtime.
And at rap. And
when you go to bed tonight, you should just see my face screaming, keep me in the loop.
So you're staying, burn down the house, I gotta go.
All right, bye.
Oh, did you talk to him?
You guys are gonna have to put up with me for a while.
Are you serious? That's great.
Thank you for your part.
Absolutely, pal.
Either driving it in or taking it out.
There's no driving in, pal.
I was told by several people that Pat was stabbing me in the back. So I sort of felt like, okay, if I know that he's doing that, I just sort of proceed accordingly and use that piece of information to do my job as best I can, make the movie as good as I can, and try not to get screwed in the process.
How's it going in the ambulance?
Good.
I've been dealing with self-survival issues with preservation details.
My friend, don't worry about it.
I've been away from the...
Don't worry about it. I need you back in the game here.
Each day, I have to prove myself for the next day. Each day, I have to prove something that I've done to allow me to stay for one more day.
My friend, that's how I feel every day.
That's how I feel in life.
Every day, I've got to wake up and prove myself all over again.
Everybody who does not need to be close at all should be all the way over there.
Right now we're setting up for the big stunt in this picture. What is happening is a mortar cannon will shoot off a big fireball, and just prior to that, the stunt coordinator, Rick Lefevre, will be jumping out of the doorway, basically to avoid getting engulfed in flames.
Fire is always dangerous. It's fire. There's no fake fire. We take it serious no matter how big or how little it is.
Mr. Biaggi, let's shoot it.
I don't have video. Need video! Turn on video!
Video!
All right, watch. Cut! I lost video.
We lost video just at the explosion. Just before the explosion.
How did it look to you?
So when they went down, everything went up.
Bruce!
You got it, right? You got it. We don't know. We lost video. So what? Biaggi's not sure.
Look at Rick's...
Yeah, his eyebrow. Yeah, he got...
I want to make sure we absolutely need to do this again.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I think we should do it. Okay, Rick Lefevre just got burned. I mean, eyes singed and everything like that. So, but I hate to put him through it again if we don't have to. If we have to, we have to. I understand, but
I got to say, Bruce, I'm hearing we don't know if we got it. And listen, we're talking about doing it behind him this time.
Rick Lefevre is our stunt coordinator, and he is a man. I am such a wuss compared to who this guy is. It was so good, let's do it again! Feet up! Oh.
he got a little talked into doing this big stunt with this big fireball coming out.
It is fun. It's fun to blow things up.
He got a little attracted to the, hey, a special effect, got a little boom, bang, wow, stuff like that. And it's like,
Before today, I kept saying to myself, you know what? If I ever get a chance to direct again, I would never want to do an action movie. After the adrenaline rush of this.
You want to get rid of the dialogue scenes?
Yeah, it's just like, you know what? Words are so cheap when you can blow things up.
Well said.
I sort of tend towards the more European side of things where, you let the faces and the characters tell the story and you don't gloss it up so that it's a slick, stereotypical Hollywood flick.
We're not doing that again.
Yeah, right. We are not, right.
As luck would have it, we only did the stunt twice, and the first time my camera got pulled down with Aiden as the fireball went over our heads or something.
Hey, you can't go in there! Go! Jesus!
And then the second time, only one camera picked up the actual stunt, which I'm actually kind of glad about. I think in the editing room, maybe it'll show that it's not about the fireball coming out, it's about the humanist side of things in the story with Aiden.
You got a guy that's taking a risk, jumping out of a fire, and then to not shoot him while he's doing that is unbelievable.
From now on, by call time, we need to have a list of shots.
I agree.
That list by 7 a.m. every day. Just so you know, I'm having a conversation with Chris Moore about it, and I'm going to tell him that I think it's a problem. We would have had an extra hour today.
An hour in a day is fairly significant, and to just waste it while Biaggi and Pete come up with a shot list. So for an hour, we've got people sitting down and saying, okay, I'm gonna get a shot here, I'm gonna get a shot here, get a shot here. And it was infuriating.
Tomorrow we're picking up scene 71, 73, as part of my new information dispensing. I'm gonna send Chris a detailed email and just kind of let him know what's going on. And what else? Tell me any other issues that you were at? Anything that I should let him know about? Anything that... was the food taste okay today? Is it seasoned appropriately?
I have to say, I'm not sure. I don't.
Tell me else. Anything else?
Tell him about the stunt guy. Got a little cinched, but he's okay. And he did it again. Yes. Why not?
Sure. Does that go in the production report?
Yes. All I can tell you, the word was, it's Jeff because I can't send you or Pete home. Someone's got to make the movie.
Yeah, by the way, I know.
I thought about that for a minute, and I thought, oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I think everybody went to bat sticking up for Mr. Balis. We should have screwed him.
I don't think Pat would have minded at all if Jeff had to come back to LA.
What a day, what a day.
At the end of the day, we don't all have to like each other. You want the product to be good. That's what I'm nervous about, is they're on that brink of anything else going bad makes the product bad, and that we can't have.